Hey there, Bear fam. Welcome to another episode of Bear Thoughts. So, way back in 2021, amidst the second wave of the COVID 19 pandemic, I was deeply invested in this rabbit hole of a cleaning spree to distract myself from all that was going on. And as routine would have it, I plugged on my earphones and tuned into this podcast episode. So, this one that I tuned into was created as an interview series, and the episode interviewed an environmentalist turned social impact entrepreneur who was out there to change the world. Over the course of the podcast, I was super fascinated by everything that she had to say. Her deep love for nature and the emotional chord that it struck for her, the strong desire to make zero waste living accessible, and her journey through entrepreneurship was just too interesting to me. And no points for guessing who the guest was. It was none other than Seher, the founder and CEO of Bare Necessities. Life has some crazy ways of just making it all make sense, because little did I know that fate would eventually lead me to join here. And through my journey at Bare, I've witnessed the intricacies of managing a zero waste company, developing products that are not only effective, but also navigating the various challenges of business operations. And as a novice who had just started, it was so intriguing to observe the inner workings of a company and the close camaraderie that was etched into the culture and the thoughtful considerations involved in every facet of the operations. And, interesting bit, but I engaged in some occasional modeling assignments, something that only the Bare team would trust me to do. It was reels on Instagram and different social media platforms, and consequently, I began appearing on many of my friends' Instagram feeds because of the advertisements. And my friends would never lose a chance to poke fun at me, joking that they see me more often on Instagram ads than they do in person. And when we would chat up, those discussions would quickly turn into a topic about Bare. What exactly is Bare Necessities, and what do we do? Well, we're much more than a startup in the zero waste space. Okay, not bad for a start, but is that all there is to us? Nope, we're much more than that. So I would continue and say that we specialize in crafting personal care, home care, and lifestyle products. That's more like it, but don't we also provide services? Absolutely. We also offer online courses, talks, and workshops aimed at promoting awareness about sustainability. For a small company, there's a lot that we do. But what truly defines Bare Necessities? Is our focus solely on selling products and services? Not really, it's much more than that. The larger goal is to just change the narrative around waste and, importantly, sell a damn good product while we're at it. We need to rethink as consumers about how we consume our everyday use products to ensure that we're using a high quality product that in no way interferes with the health of the planet. In contrast, we find ourselves in competition with established brands and emerging personal care companies. Larger corporations are structured to meet the rising demand and the ever-changing consumer habits. Their business models innately prioritize high volume production and continuous expansion. Therefore, sustainable production processes tend to be at the lower end of the priority pyramid. And while it's understandable for companies to prioritize other aspects over sustainability, the issue arises when they invest heavily in marketing their products as sustainable despite lacking the credibility to do so. Take, for instance, a concept that has been widely promoted recently, which is recyclability. You might hear claims like, "This shampoo bottle is crafted from recycled plastic." Sounds mighty impressive, right? And it validates the consumer choices by supporting a business that breathes life into new plastics without throwing them out. However, the reality here is that although one might recycle plastic, it gets downgraded to a lower quality of plastic, then gets downgraded again and again until eventually landing up in landfills only to be incinerated. So quite frankly put, the world of marketing has a very loose grasp of what sustainability actually is. in sharing half-baked truths and the dearth of transparency results in greenwashing, owing to which consumers are falsely lured into thinking that they are making green choices when in reality they actually are not. So, is it really doing anyone any good? Clearly not. In this context, smaller companies, which often do not have substantial resources or marketing muscle, need to take preemptive steps to highlight their sustainable practices. This is aimed to portray themselves as genuinely sustainable enterprises. However, the reality is that these companies produce effective products that effortlessly perform their intended functions, all while being steadfast in their commitment to sustainability. So, after all that, what exactly is Bare Necessities? We are a proud product company that makes personal care, home care, and lifestyle products that are second to none, all while dedicatedly coordinating our efforts to change the narrative on waste. We're often pigeonholed along with the cosmetics or air fresheners or perfumes, and let me just say, we do not offer these. What we do offer is highly necessary everyday products that seamlessly integrate into your daily routine, from the time that you are awake to the time that you go to sleep, without generating an iota of waste. We're pioneering a movement towards sustainable living. Conscious consumption and high quality products is possible, and we are here to exemplify just that. Together, we can make every choice count towards a healthier planet. You can check us out on our Instagram, Bare Necessities _ Zero Waste India, and our website, barenecessities.in. And until next time, let's continue to make zero waste living the norm and not the exception.